Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and this is going to be a little tips and advice for incoming freshmen. I feel like this is a good time to give advice because I'm like all freshly out of freshman year, so I know like things that you guys like, the should do's and should things you should but like the things that you should and shouldn't do as an incoming freshman, and little tips and tricks to get you through your freshman year. So I'm really excited, but without any further ado, let's get started with the video. Also guys, the nails, hold on. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love them so much. Okay, this is not the point of the video. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start off pretty strong with the advice. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone because I have like notes of what I want to say and like points I want to go across. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first one, which is organization and studying and like stress and everything of that sort, because moving from middle school to high school is a pretty different like work ethic and different things like that. In high school you have to be way more like organized. You definitely want to make sure that you get like folders and stuff like that. Like I bought like 5 binders. Okay, I bought 5 binders and I used none of them because they are so heavy in your bag. I wish I was kidding. Folders are the way to go, and I'm a person who's all for sustainability, but the paper folders are not it. There needs to be way more like better sustainable folders. So I definitely recommend getting like folders that you know will last you a long time, because I think I'm coming out of the year and I had to like buy folders midway through the year because they all broke and ripped, and it was so embarrassing. Like pulling out this like ripped up folder is like, yeah, here's my folder. You basically want to make sure that you have them each labeled for each class. So I have a folder for each class, and like no matter how much of a rush you're in, make sure you put the things, like if you're in PE, or let me give a better example. How about you're in English class, and I know my English class used to give a lot of paperwork, so I would always make sure that I put this stuff in my English folder whenever I left class, so that I didn't like pull out my English folder to get my homework and I'm like, wait a minute, where to go? So make sure you always put your stuff back in the folders, or like back where they belong, because it definitely does come in handy. And it's just super easy to be like, okay, turn on my homework, I know exactly where it is. It's in my English folder, just gonna go ahead and take it out, and you're not like scrambling, oh, where did it go? And it's like in your science folder and you're like, wait a minute, how did this happen? So make sure you're always just putting your stuff where they go. It's a really easy, like takes 2 seconds of your time, but I'm not even kidding, it's a lifesaver. Do not be the kid that just stuffs everything in their bag. That was a middle school thing. Let it die in middle school. It's not a high school thing. Another thing is studying. I know it is so annoying. Nobody likes to study, but for me, especially since I took like harder classes this year, as in AP Human Geography and honors classes, I took a lot of honors classes, you definitely want to be studying. You're not gonna get by not studying, but a lot of the times people do study, spend hours studying, and just make sure you get into a routine of what you do while studying. Like, okay, the second I come home, I'm gonna eat a snack, shower, and then study for 30 minutes. And make sure you do it in intervals. I felt that that worked a lot better than just studying straight for like 5 hours or 3 hours, because your brain just can't take anymore. So definitely while you're studying, take breaks. Make sure you plan out when you're gonna study. If you get homework, write it down in it. Oh my, guys, you do not know how much this is gonna help you. Have a planner. Write in your planner. Like, this worked so much better for me in high school. Middle school, I didn't really need a planner because I never got homework, but this year in high school, I got so much homework, and it's definitely probably because of the classes I took. You're gonna need a planner. So write down in your planner what homework you have to do. Or if you want, write on your phone, like write on your phone calendar. Okay, I have this homework to do. I have this like after school activity, I have this to do. So you know what you have to do when you get home, and so you're not panicking like, oh, I forgot I had homework, which you never want to happen, because you don't get that many passes in high school, as in, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot my homework, I'll bring it in the next time. A lot of teachers will just start like deducting points. Like, it's literally like not a school law, but in my school, when you do get like turn your work in absent, it does take off points. So definitely make sure you have a planner and you're studying and you have everything organized, and just there's no need to be messy for no reason. Like, I understand life gets in the way and sometimes you just can't do it, but definitely try your hardest. And just be a student that like pretty much does do their work, because if you do mess up every now and then, your teacher will definitely understand you a lot better, because they know that you're a student who does try and do their best to do their work, and they do definitely appreciate that. Another thing is like taking notes in class. You want to take notes all the time, because as it plays a role it plays a role into your studying, because if you have organized notes and you take great notes in class and write down what's going on, the key points that the teacher's talking about, or you know, like topics that you may not understand and you definitely want to revise when you get home. Definitely take that down in your notes. I find that like highlighted notes or like interesting colored notes definitely like make me want to pay attention more, even though it like a subject could be really boring. So definitely having highlighted notes or making your notes interesting and put them in a way that you know that you will understand is always a great idea and always a great thing to do, because when studying later on you know what to do. So I definitely recommend buying like highlighters or like color pencils, color pens, and anything that just really like stands out, because you don't just be looking at a blank paper to study. It can be it can get very boring very quickly. And I think that's pretty much it for my organization, studying, and stress tips. Just overall, make sure that you're organized, right? Have like a calendar and planner, whichever one you decide to do, and just make sure you're overall just organized, put together, and don't be messy, because a lot of times being messy is what can cause a lot of stress. So as long as you like do things as soon as they're like assigned to you or anything, you will definitely take down your stress levels. The next category is classes. So it's definitely different. I feel like, I will speak from my experience, I got a lot of work. Like, it was a lot of homework constantly. And it, like, you know, in the beginning of the year, there's definitely not a lot of homework, but the second, like, middle of the school year hit, around that time, I got so much work. I was constantly like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to do this? And especially taking an AP class, it was 5 hours of work that we were expected to do every single day, even though we didn't have a class. Like, we would do even odd days, and I had it on an odd day, but even on even days when I came home, I was doing my AP classes homework. So make sure you guys are prepared. The classes are definitely harder and more challenging, I guess, than middle school, but especially depending on the classes you take. So I know a lot of the times, a lot of schools let you choose your classes as an 8th grader. So definitely pick classes that you know will challenge you, but also that you know you're gonna be able to pass, because it's way better to get an A in an easy class than to get a C in a hard class. Always try your best to do all your assignments, do your homework, extra credit. You don't know when you'll get a bad grade, and I know, like, I've taken a test and maybe not done the best on it, but the fact that I did the extra credit definitely helped my grade and let it stand an A. So you're gonna wanna do every extra credit opportunity, unless, like, I know at one time I was sitting like 103, so there was no point for me to do extra credit because there was no more assignments. But definitely do extra credit when you do have the opportunity to. It definitely comes and helps you in the future, and you'll thank like your past self for doing the extra credit, even though in the moment you may not have wanted to do it. And another piece of advice is to make sure that you get your work done ASAP. Like, if an assignment, you have a week to do the assignment, do the assignment within the 2 to 3 days, because your other classes are gonna keep giving you work, and that week-long assignment, you'll forget about it, or like, you'll be like, oh yeah, I have time, and then it's day 6 and you're like, oh, I have to get this done. I have to pull an all-nighter to do this. So definitely make sure you do your assignments like 2 days, within the first 2 days, because I feel like that helped me a lot. I always did my assignments as soon as possible, and I really wasn't as stressed as a lot of people who I know waited till the last moments and were pulling all-nighters. And the times that I did pull all-nighters, it was not pretty. It really wasn't pretty, because you're like so stressed. You're not even retaining the information anymore. So definitely just make sure that you do your assignments as soon as possible, or at least like fraction it out into intervals, so that you're like doing the assignment and you also won't be stressed on the last day when the assignment comes, because you would have already rationed out your days. My next topic is friends. Definitely like at least have one friend in your class. Like, every class that you have, make sure you have at least one friend, because when group projects come, it's awkward when you're the only person who doesn't have a person to do the project with, and it's like, and then the teacher has to, yeah, don't do that. Just have at least one friend in every class, and it's just easy. Like, I say that as everybody always comes up to me, but you guys know what I mean. I also want to say, be prepared to lose friends, because high school is a time where people go through so many like different friend groups. It's crazy. I've seen so many people go through so many different friend groups. I've probably lost count, and it's okay to lose friends. Like, it's gonna happen. You're gonna gain friends, lose friends, and a lot of the times it could be due to like you guys just drifted apart or got toxic, or who knows, like it could be so many different things, but definitely know when to draw the line. And it's okay to just cut, I was gonna say it's okay to cut someone off. That sounds hardcore, but like cut people off if you have to. It is what it is.
They stop at the end of the street. So I walk slower than they don't know where we live. Oh my god, because this car turns.
Okay, moving on to this next bit. This is gonna be like, I'm gonna name it random because I feel like it's random, different tips and tricks I feel like you guys should know. Also, this is like, I feel like these are tips and tricks I could give my sister. So like, Joy, I see you watching this video. That's Joy also on the floor being super loud. The first tip, which is really, it should not even be a tip, but apparently these people exist. Guys, slow walkers in the hallway are gonna be the end of me. Don't walk slow in the hallways. And if you're gonna walk slow, walk on the edge or something. Like I am trying to speed walk to classes here because I'm not getting a tardy slip. So please walk fast in the hallways. I don't know about you guys in middle school, but definitely walk fast in the hallways because people are trying to get places, and it's just really annoying when you're stuck behind people who are like walking really slow and you're just kind of there like, how y'all doing? Another tip is that your campus is gonna be different, and it's okay if you get lost, because I got lost multiple times when the school year first started. It's not even funny. Well, also because I was completely new to the school, and I know a lot of people, their middle school and high school may be the same, or their high school starts at a different grade or different things like that, and you may just be going to the same school, so you already know everything. But if you're going to a new school like I did, it's definitely okay to ask people for directions. I asked like teachers that looked cool because I felt like they didn't care as much when I asked them, but definitely just ask people. I was on my first day, I was late to class. I was the last one in there. That was fun. Everybody looked at me like it was a whole movie scene in there, honestly. Like Netflix, where you at? Another thing is to be involved. I'm not trying to make it sound scary or anything, but like this is the beginning of your resume. Like this is what you're gonna send out to colleges if you guys decide to go to college or university. But like you guys need to start building that resume, and a lot of people do clubs, and I have friends who are like doing 5 clubs, and I'm like, dude, you need to calm down. I am in 2 and I'm already like exhausted. But definitely join at least clubs that you have interest in. Don't just join a club and you're like, I don't really care about this. Like join a club that you genuinely care about. I joined DECA, Student Council, Beta, and I think those are the 3 that I joined this year. I may definitely join other clubs next year, but I love DECA. Went on so many trips. It's like a business club. Love that so much. I'm actually a vice president now, which is lovely. So much pressure. I'm just kidding. It's honestly a fun club. I love the people there. They're so awesome. Then I'm in student council. You guys know student council. I'm not a member. I'm not like a member with like a title. I'm kind of just a member. And then Beta is humongous. So I don't even know anybody in that club. I know like 1, 2 people, 3 maybe max, but I'm just kind of like, those are the clubs that I joined. So you guys should definitely join clubs at your school, or just like be involved in some way or the other. Just have fun. You and your friends could like go do something for community hours or anything, because I know a lot of schools do require community hours for the different like clubs that you join, and I know that a lot of my clubs that I'm in require community hours, and I definitely need to start getting those in because we're sitting at 2 and I need like 50. Yeah, maybe not 50, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will definitely be doing a self-care video because you know that video is coming up soon because the vibes, they are living their best life. Definitely follow my Instagram because I also posted photos of them on there. So you guys that follow my Instagram already know about the nails, but super cute. Love them so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great summer break if you're on summer break already, and if not, I'm just kidding. If not, finish off the year strong. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!